Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. This drop finds us jumping straight into the action. We're in skirmish mode on Canyon Network, gun camera footage supplied by Major PETA. He's in his Fafnir 5B, complete with 2 heavy Gauss and 5 medium lasers. He's managed to work himself into the enemy's right flank and is definitely taking multiple shots of opportunity on unaware enemy units all across the board. The only downside to this is it'd be nice if a few of them would be kind enough to come closer and really come into the optimal weapons range. That would be what makes this perfect. But it looks like he's singled out the Vapor Eagle now, Juliet, and he is definitely putting some work in on him, opening up the arm, and then taking the arm. There goes 2 weapon systems. It looks like he's looking around trying to figure out where he's getting shot from, and while he's doing that, he loses his last weapon system. I don't know if he went behind the rock to hide, or if he's aware that the Fafnir has focused him now, and he's just waiting his turn to die. But either way, he's got an open CT. He's not moving. I think the Major was going for the cockpit shots. It looks that way, but he takes out the center torso instead, and there's the kill. Moving along across the top of the ridgeline, there's some more enemy units on the backside of Delta 4. Looks like he's dropping down, which isn't necessarily a bad move. Being silhouetted up on top of that ridgeline might not be the wisest of moves. If the enemy does happen to notice you, you will get focused. And here he's found Night Jeer, totally unaware. He's landing some good shots on him as well. His back is open, and his arm is open. He's jumping around. I think he thinks he's being focused by those two, not aware that there's a Fafnir off on the side, adding to his misery, and that unit goes down as well. Now we're going to push into Delta 4 using the ramps. I do have to admit I like the addition of the ramps. It makes this map a little more accessible, and there are some units. Missed the Gauss shot, but oh, there we go. We have a Marauder 2 sitting in the low ground, unaware, and now his back is open, and he is definitely running for cover. And the Fafnir is circling in for the kill. He's not going to let him go, nor should he. This one is LRM heavy, and he's also being focused from a different angle by teammates. So I don't think the Marauder's going to be in this world too much longer. All his weapons are gone. He is retouch CT. He's a stick at this point, and down he goes. The teammates also managed to take out the other enemy unit. Looked like a champion that was trying to push in as well. And this one ends 12-5, and the Major manages to rack up 1 kill, 5 assists, 6 components destroyed, and a whopping 761 damage done. So now comes the interesting part of this video. I am about to depart into the land of pure heresy. When this footage was sent to me, it was with the caveat that there are alternate tactics that can be employed quite effectively in this game, and that we don't have to stick with the status quo of NASCAR, or as some people call it, rotato potato, or just being lemmings and following the group. I'm embracing this because I've been the victim of NASCAR before. Once the NASCAR starts, if you're in one of the big slow mechs, you typically get left behind, and then you're easy pickings for the enemy fast movers that come in behind. So what you didn't see in that beginning clip is that Major PETA did that on Canyon Network by sitting out in Echo 5 behind cover and then pushing across the way as the enemy rotated into him. So in the name of science, you know me, I can't resist. I've got to try this. So here we are, skirmish mode Canyon Network in a Fafnir 5B with 2 heavy Gauss, 5 medium lasers, sitting in Echo 5 behind cover. My team has already started to move off to the right, and I'm just going to sit here and wait for the enemy. Now, I can already hear it in the comments. I get it. There is something to be said about staying with your group, supporting fire, focus fire. There's all kinds of arguments to be made, and I'm not suggesting that the entire gameplay should change. I'm suggesting that it possibly can change, and you can employ different tactics. And that's what I want to confirm here. Is this a viable tactic? I already see one of the flaws, and that is that you're separated from the rest of your group. If you get discovered beforehand, or if the enemy locks you up, you're going to have a really bad day because they're going to focus fire you, and you've got no supporting fire from your teammates. I would chalk this up under big risk, big reward. If they don't discover you and you're allowed to get into their backs, you're going to have free reign on them. So I've already found a Vapor Eagle, and he's on this side of the ridge line, unaware that I have him focused. I think it would probably be more effective if I could land the gauss shot like that. I think my sights were bent on this drop, so I did manage to miss one of those. I'm not going for my lasers just yet. I don't want to give away my position. Any enemy that's watching for lasers can easily backtrack into your position. But now I see that there's more units that have pushed my teammates on the Delta 5 corner, so there's lots of targets of opportunity here. We can get in a lot of free shots, get a lot of work done on the enemy while they're busy focusing the units on the Delta 5 corner. They're totally ignoring me. And there's my friend the Vapor Eagle again. Unfortunately, those bent sights mean I missed my Gauss shot. But I do manage to land it when it counts, taking out his center torso, getting the kill. And two units are pushing around the side, giving me their backs. Again, still not aware that I'm over here. And I'll take the extra damage as much as I can. Cyclops definitely needs to go, and his mech is really beat up at this point. And there's the Centurion. Now, in hindsight, since they were ignoring me so much, I probably could have pushed over towards Delta 5 sooner and not stayed back here quite so long, because now I'm too slow to actually catch up and capitalize on those units that swung the corner. But that's okay, because now I can see that there's more units in the center towards Delta 4, like that one right there, Hotel, and he's got a couple of friends. So now I'm just going to make my way over to the ridgeline, set up a new position, and see what kind of work I can get done on the enemy that's over here on Delta 5. And it looks like some of their missilers, which that's like a 2-for-1. I get to shoot enemy units unaware, take them by surprise, and I get to take down enemy missile units so that they can't shoot my teammates. So there they are. They're kind of by the rock bridge there, and we're going to get some nice back shots in. And actually, it looks like a couple of large units. So we've got a Timberwolf backing off Lima, and we're going to end his life real quick.
New target acquired.
That second unit is large, but now we find some ones on the ramp as well. It's a Banshee. The Banshee is dropping down, but he is giving us his back as he drops down. And I'm going to land some shots on him. Mad Dog's trying to pepper me with some missiles. Let's dissuade him from doing that. And it looks like an Evan Jag in the open. And we're going to take part of his mech. And at this point, if they focus me a little bit with fire, I'm okay because I'm fairly fresh, so I'm going to use my armor to draw some of the enemy fire away from my teammates at this point. I want to get a lot of shots on these targets of opportunity, like the Awesome right there. We took what was left of his mech, and down he goes.
Target acquired.
And it looks like my teammates have managed to hold the high ground and have them locked down in a pretty good position. I'm going to take the land bridge across here to see what else we can get done. Again, there are some drawbacks to this tactic. It's high risk, high reward. If you get spotted by the enemy and they call it in, they're going to dogpile you, and your drop's going to be over with real quick. But obviously, this shows that it is a viable strategy, and that's what I want to suggest to everybody. There is more than one way to play the game. There's multiple tactics that you can employ. Again, I'm not saying this should be the new meta for the game, but I think new strategies and different tactics should be encouraged, and we don't all have to be sheeple following each other around or lemmings and I absolutely hate NASCAR. I don't think it's healthy for the game.
Target destroyed.
As our end score comes around, we had 2 kills, 8 assists, 10 components destroyed, 727 damage done.